For today from something you forgot along the way. And today's story is number 54, page 148. The shaman who ate cow dung. Ignorance leads to superstition. Once there was a couple blessed with 3 children, all of them girls. They were eager for a son as well. The wife became pregnant, but her husband told her it's probably another girl. Just as she was feeling pessimistic about the chances of giving birth to a boy, a man came calling and asked her which she thought it would be, a girl or a boy. I have no idea, she said. Which are you hoping for? He persisted. I'd love to have a boy this time, she said honestly. Well, I have divine power, said the man, and I am sorry to say that it is another girl. Interested despite herself, she asked, how do you know? I have special power, but if you pray, there is still time to change the sex of the child. If you like, I will offer prayers on your behalf. But that must be expensive. I seek only to help others. Money is nothing to me. But each prayer must be accompanied by a thank offering of 5,000 yen. 4 or 5 prayers should do it. The wife was only half convinced, but the amount of money was not great, and she knew how thrilled her husband would be with a son. And so, without telling anyone, she asked the shaman to perform the series of prayers. Finally, the last day came. As usual, the husband set off for work, and then the shaman came by. But today, the husband forgot something and retraced his steps, only to find a strange man laying strips of paper on his wife's belly and chanting a spell with all his might. After listening silently to his wife's abashed explanation, the man bowed to the shaman and excused himself. He went out and bought some bean jam buns, removed the bean jam, and replaced it with cow dung. When he came back, he invited the shaman to help himself. The shaman had feared a commotion, but at the display of this hospitality, he relaxed and bit off a big mouthful. When he realized that he had been made to eat cow dung, he sputtered with indignation. The man and his wife both laughed. Looks like you don't have power to see beneath the outer layer of a bun, said the husband. The shaman fled shamefaced. The heart of darkness is ever prey to silly superstitions. Okay, so this is a very funny story today about how ignorance leads to superstition. Ignorance in Buddhism means not understanding the law of cause and effect, that every effect has a cause, and if there is a cause, it will bring about the effect. So, not understanding this law of the universe, and we humans, we are made of blind passions, we always desire something or another. So, if we don't know what are the causes and what are the conditions behind every effect, we don't know how to bring those causes and conditions together to get the effect we want. As a result, we might fall into superstitious ideas or darkness, basically. The heart of darkness becomes at its full force. So, in this case, the woman had such a strong desire to have a girl, or no, to have a boy, just because she already had 4 girls, which we understand that. It's like some people say you want to have a soccer team. When you bring children, it's nice to have, nice combination. So we understand her desire, but not understanding the law of cause and effect and how, the gender of the baby is determined, she she got swept away by the offer she heard from this guy, the shaman, who offered her to change the sex of her unborn baby. Yeah, so This is what happens actually every day, everywhere. People not knowing how the effects they experience or want to experience are being determined. In other words, not knowing the mechanism that is responsible for our fate or destiny, meaning all the effects we receive day after day after day, hour after hour after hour, everything, all the effects we receive. Not knowing that mechanism, people easily fall for superstitious stuff. I grew up in Iran, so over there they say like if you sneeze twice, people might say, "Oh, you have to wait until you sneeze a third time before you leave the house, otherwise something bad might happen." And who knows how this came about? And it has been passed down generation after generation. So obviously, bad things don't happen because you haven't sneezed 3 times in a row to feel safe. But so not knowing how bad things happen, how good things happen, so people just some people even try to control others by telling them, "Oh, don't go out now; something bad might happen." So yeah. So as we learn Buddhism more and more, we learn the law of cause and effect more and more deeply, and we get all our questions answered one after another. And that's how our trust in the law of cause and effect gets deeper. And it's very liberating when we understand how things unfold. And then naturally, we all want more and more happiness. So we focus on planting seeds of happiness more and more. Very good. So today is Friday. We're going to have Purpose and Meaning Lab at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Good job, everyone, for being here to pay attention to our mental health and spiritual growth. Have a beautiful Friday. Goodbye.